the product analytics sync for me, Tuesday, June 6th. Ellen, I think it is Wednesday, June 7th for you though.
It is, yep.
The pretty light agenda today. Dennis is working async, it'll just be the two of us. I did want to take just a minute and review something I want to add into more of the sticky items. And I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Our milestone theme and objectives for 16.1, which we're in. Our theme is more customer feedback, milestone objectives, ability for customers to add existing visualizations. That's more of a stretch goal for where we want to get to closing out the experimental epic so that we can onboard customers. And we'd like to get two customers, feedback from two customers who have onboarded. So those are our main objectives. So anything really blocking our ability to onboard customers is something that we want to try to get closed out. So with that in mind, let's jump into the billboard. And oh yeah, there's a bug. Started isn't working in right now. So I'm going to jump into Ellen. It doesn't look like you or I have anything assigned to us in open. In design, we're working on validating the dashboard creating custom dashboard flow. We're going to be doing that with internal folks. So I'm working on scheduling those today so that Kevin and I can do those interviews and validate that prototype. Let's see anything in planning breakdown. Oh, and it looks like all of the blocked issues are yours. So what are your blockers, man?
Yeah, so the top removing Jitsu related front-end code one is just kind of in a holding pattern until we're ready to go there. I have been keeping that reasonably freshly merged, so it shouldn't be too much work to pull the trigger when we're good to go. The next two are close. They're just waiting on a schema change that Aaron has been working on in Snowplow. So once his stuff is merged, then these two should be unblocked again.
Okay, great. And working on as in it's in dev or it's in review and ready to go?
I haven't put them into review yet, but it's kind of dev complete. So yeah, a little bit.
I mean, is the issue that's blocking these in review, or is it still waiting to be picked up?
Right. Yeah, I think they've just gone into review recently.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, good to hear. Looks like Halil is working on the ready for dev issue. That one. And nothing there. Halil, if you're watching this, hopefully we can get an update on that one soon. Right, in dev. I'm going to comment on create config screen.
Not too much to say there. I had started on it. I was waiting on a further change to the settings pages to be merged just to avoid conflicts, but it looks like that one might be a little bit longer now. So I'll just keep chipping away at that one.
Okay. If there's any design or product input you need, by all means, ping Kevin or I if we can help clear things up or unblock you.
Cool, thanks.
Awesome. All right, moving into in review, product analytics admin settings.
Yeah, so that's the one that I had been waiting to get merged through, just because I know they're going to conflict on the same bits of code. This one's gone into review and has been split into two merge requests. One of them, I'm just waiting on a little bit of feedback from a designer in the foundations team, just to some of the changes I've made to the shared component. That's the one that kind of masks sensitive values as like a password field. So hopefully I'll get some feedback from them through soon, and then the changes can propagate back into the analytics settings again.
Right. Otherwise, it looks like lots of stuff is moving along nicely and getting reviewed. Looks like we have a lot in verification.
Yeah, I think some of those we can start working through now that some of the infrastructure's in place. I wasn't totally sure what the best way to do that was in staging though, like which group or project or any was set up with the right permissions and features and stuff.
Okay. Can you
Need
drop
to
a
follow
note
that up.
into the team Slack asking that, and we'll just link it to the agenda or post it into the agenda as well.
Cool.
So I'm
Sounds
sure
good.
more people than you have that question.
Yep, for sure.
Awesome. So is all of this verification waiting on the staging environment?
I know the
Oh,
bottom
sorry,
ones
all
from
of your
Alan and myself
verification.
are. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right. And oh, looks like separate ClickHouse was our last one last week. Anything you want to comment on adding the instrumentation details or anything else that you got closed out?
No, it's there in the settings now, so you can access those instrumentation details outside of the onboarding flow, which is handy. And yeah, we're going to continue to work on that in the other settings page change.
Awesome. Cool. And then I closed out this first user onboarding flow. That was just a to-do for me to create kind of an issue template for as we have both internal and external groups who want to use product analytics have a generalized flow of what we need to do with them to check all the boxes. So I've created that, and I'm just copying and pasting from issue to issue as we onboard folks to make sure that we're tracking all those things. All right.
Cool.
See if I can find my agenda again. And I'll update the bookmark. Cool. So I also wanted to vocalize, I updated the experiment epic description to call out that any of the custom dashboard visualization related work is more nice to have. It's not required to onboard customers. I might even move that into its own epic and put it into post GA just to keep the work that's in the experimental epic focused on what needs to be done to onboard a customer so we can close that out, and probably revamp beta a little bit too of the things that are really required for beta, which we're talking about getting performance metrics so that we can understand what scalability needs to look like, and a pricing proposal are the two biggest things that we need to get out of the beta. Get out of the beta. So the things we need to do to enable that are what's going to be in the beta epic. Cool. All right, and then I'm going to vocalize 0.5 for Dennis. Nelson's done a review of the ClickHouse config, created a number of issues within the linked epic there. And anyone who's involved with the InfraStop, DevKit, or otherwise, take a look at those issues, see if they can help out with getting the ClickHouse configured per best practices. We're going to be doing a security review at some point in the near future. And unless you have any show and tell or other topics, we're at the end of our agenda.
Nothing from me.
All right. We'll give everybody some time back then. Thanks for joining, everyone. Good to talk to you.
See you later.